Well, good afternoon to you, and happy after Christmas between New Year for today. It's that really weird time of year where we're sort of not one thing or another. So Christmas is finished, and we haven't hit the new year yet. So, and we tend to forget, unless you're working and out and what have you, you tend to forget what day it is or what date it is as well, if you're anything like me anyway. So, welcome to our Facebook Live today. My name's Jenny McCormack, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm based in the UK. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you're watching on catch up, replay or on YouTube, then feel free to make a comment, but I won't be able to respond to you directly. If you're watching me live, then please do say hi so that I know that you're there. I can't tell otherwise unless you comment. Hi Carol with an E. Thank you for joining us. So feel free to comment, and if you do have the stamp set that we're going to use, this is All Things Fabulous, then feel free to craft along as well. Now I have to say, I've had this stamp set for a little while, but I haven't inked it up until today. I think because there's various steps, there's 3 steps to many of the stamps, and it was quite, hi Tracy and Carol, quite a tricky one to think, okay, yes, you've got 3 steps to do every stamp, let's just crack on and try it. And so I didn't until I decided I wanted to feature that this week. So there are 3 separate leaf images that work in their own right. And then there are 3 large floral images that work together, and this is step 1, 2 and 3. This one is step 1, 2 and 3, and this one here is 1, 2 and 3. And then we also have this little flower here, which is 1, 2 and 3. This one here, 1, 2 and 3. And then we have these 2 little ones here, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And obviously you can use these in any combination you like. So I thought I'd just do some straightforward simple stamping for today. There is a die set. I don't think I bought the die set. I'd have to have a look and see. But I've just planned to do some very basic masking today and a single layer stamping. It's got 4 sentiments. I'm here for you. Nobody gets me like you do. Wishing you all things fabulous. And you make the flowers smell sweeter and the sunshine brighter. And I thought I'd use wishing you all things fabulous and use this basically as a New Year's card to send to people. So I might add, with the alphabet, letters 2021. But if not, then inside will be a handwritten message talking about the new year. That is my plan. So I have a piece of Whisper White card, and I'm going to layer this onto a piece of Seaside Spray. So I've cut this card to 14.35 by 10 centimeters to fit a standard C6 card, A6 card I should say, and then obviously I've got an envelope to go with it. Hi Jill. So my colour palette, which I popped on the website, on the Facebook page just about 10 minutes ago, you can see those, is Pear Pizzazz for the leaves, Seaside Spray, Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. So starting light and gradually getting darker, and that in general is how these work. So you want light, darker, darkest. Hi Ali, thanks for joining us. Light, darker and darkest. You don't have to stamp in that order, but that is the way that you want the colours to go. And the same with this one here. This very much looks like a pansy. So I might try tomorrow to pick out some pansy colours for that. The leaves, you obviously stamp in any shade of green or multiple greens. Hi Jeanette, that you wish. So my plan is to basically stamp the flowers along here, going from left to right. So what I'm going to do is use the largest image, and I'm going to start with this set here. Stamp the largest one going across, and then I'll add in the leaf details and a sentiment on the top. That's my plan. So I'm going to start with Seaside Spray. Now if you had to do a lot of cards, then what I would do if I wanted them all the same is I would definitely pop them on the Stamparatus and do them in that way. So this is Seaside Spray. I've already got some stamped masks which I've created just by stamping onto a post-it note and then cutting that out, and I've cut 2 layers, so I've actually got 4 little masks. I don't know whether I'll need them all, but I've got 4 there. So what I'm going to do is grab the largest stamp, the lightest ink pad. So I'm going to go light to dark. So this is Seaside Spray, and I'm just going to come in. I can see I've got hair on that before I've started. So I hope everybody had, I suspect everybody had a quiet Christmas, but I hope you had a nice Christmas. So I'm just going to come in from the side here and stamp. I'm just going to leave a little gap because I do want to add leaves and things like that, but I'm just going to turn the flowers slightly so they're not all facing the same direction. Oh, looks like I'm going to get 3 in there almost exactly. There we go. Okay, so that's layer 1. Now it does help you when you open the stamp set up. On the index sheet behind, it does actually say, which will be difficult for you to see. Let me just turn this over. Actually printed on the sheet, it says 1A, 1B, 1C. Okay, and then the same with the other ones. So 5A, B and C, 4A, B and C. So it will help you, but once you've done a couple, I just tend to work from largest to smallest, and at the same time lightest to darkest. Okay, so those are my 3 in Seaside Spray. The next size down I'm going to do in Misty Moonlight, which I've got tucked underneath here. And I know there's lots of variations of these colours, so if you do have this set or something similar, then hi Christine, then I do recommend you just try different variations out. And what I would do is try them out and just write underneath which ones you've used so that you know for future, and then stamp it out on your finished card. So this is Misty Moonlight, and there's like a little smile here, for want of a better description, or like an inlet, and you've got this petal here on the right hand side, if you can see that here. And this piece goes up and around there, so there's the same smile. So I'm going to try and do this. It's a bit tricky trying to do it with the camera between me and my stamping, but I hope it'll be close enough. There we go. So if that was a little bit too far down, let's there we go. That's a bit better. And you've also got these little two pieces here that you can fit in. But as I say, it's slightly more tricky when you've got a camera between you and what you're stamping. So hopefully that's close enough. Okay, so that is Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to take the next one down and do that in Night of Navy. So the smaller you go, the darker it becomes, because you want the detail. Hi Deborah, thanks for joining us. Oh, bless you, Christine. It is rather a nice new catalogue, that's for sure. Okay, so this is Night of Navy. And so, if you can see that, it really adds to the depth of that previous layer. Let's move this one out of the way so that I don't ink it up by accident. There's that one. And that one there. So I've got my 3 sets of flowers. While I'm there, I'm actually going to do my envelope as well, while I've got the inks for these out and ready. I know I put Seaside Spray as well, but might as well. So let's just check that there's the flap. Just going to pop this one here. Oops, like so, and on the flap as well. Like that. Pop that one out of the way. And then here's the next one down. So Misty Moonlight for that one. So I'll just do these really quickly. So I hope you ladies that have just joined us have had a good Christmas. There we go. Like that. This very much reminds me of Kath Kidson's style of floral artwork, and we did have a set quite similar to this a while ago. Desperately trying to think what it was called, but I honestly now can't remember. There we go. Hello Lenny, thanks for joining us. So there's the flower on my envelope, front and reverse. Okay, let's pop that one away. Now I'm just going to mask these up and add some leaves. So I've pre-stamped and cut these out, just fussy cut them like so. Just going to pop them on so I can add leaves in between. And when you cut them for masking like this, you want to cut them just inside so you can just see the edge, just to stop you getting too many gaps between your stamped image already and your new image. So I've just got 2 of the sets of leaves here, and I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. just to add some really odd angles in between. So just make sure you're adding a little bit extra pressure when you're going over the post-it note. Okay, and I do like these leaves because they've got that just that little bit of highlighting in. If I just stamp one here, you can see this little bit of highlighting, which makes them look much more sort of realistic, if you like. One in there. Let's add the triple leaf as well. Not that you're going to see much of that one. There's that stamp going off. And you can add really as many or as few of these. It's a bit much there. Let's try this one here. So, and then what I might do is add one of the tiny little flowers in as well, just to sort of bring this all in together. Like so. I want one up here, I think. So yep, that's looking good. So I've got another set of triple stamped images. So I've got a little stalk, some detail, and a larger little flower. So I'm going to do the stalk in the green, and some of these are going to come up through these leaves, I think. So I'm going to put one there. Have one down here, one in here. So I'm just tagging them on with the leaves. Yes, it looked all right with the masks, didn't it? Thanks, Jill. Let's put one in there. And one here, so it's sort of coming off that set of leaves. And then we've got two here, so I'm going to use Seaside Spray and Misty Moonlight are going to be my two colours. So I'm going to do the Seaside Spray one first. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's like a little sort of, I don't know, it's like 3 petals. And there's a little dip where it meets the stem. So I'm just going to pop those on there. I would definitely recommend doing the stem first, because otherwise you won't know where the flower's going to fit particularly. I just think it would be easier. Like so. And then we'll try Misty Moonlight for the dark. Looks like cabbages. Yes, they do rather, don't they? They do rather look like cabbages. Actually, I might take this one to Night of Navy. Oh, and I need to put some green on my envelope as well. So, I'll show you how this one fits on there. So it just goes at the bottom of that one. I'm not sure that you can actually see that in reality. Let me just stamp this. It's got the finest detail at the bottom with the veins that I appreciate you can't see. And I know if I bring it up to the camera won't even pick it up really. But I just thought something nice, bright, spring-like, as you know, wishing you a new year. Would also make a nice birthday card. One of our team's birthday today. It's Karen. Let me see what this looks like. And see whether we need to add anything else. So there we go. So I've got the sentiment to go in there. I think that will be fine. I might add another one of these little flowers in here. Let's just get the right light of navy. Just make sure I get the right combination. So I just want the stalk to go in here. Like so. So it's definitely one that you can make work really easily. But do just practice perhaps with the colours available. Light of navy. Let's pop that one in there. And I'm sure if you went online and Googled Stamping Up All Things Fabulous, you'll probably find some examples that people have done that give you all the different colours they've used. So I think this would be lovely in pinks, in the purple, so Misty Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape would look lovely with that. And if you haven't got 3 colours, you could just stamp off your first colour to make it lighter. So let's take our sentiment, which says, wishing you all things fabulous. Oh, thanks, Christine. That's appreciated. So I'm going to bring this slightly down here to the left hand side. It's a nice style of sentiment as well. It's my favourite. It's very crisp, fine writing, and then some italics. So there's that. Move that slightly out of the way and add a little bit of detail to these with some, probably just some leaves, I think. So the set is called All Things Fabulous. It's in the current annual catalogue on page 121, and the stamp set itself is just £20. As I say, you can get the dies to go with them, but I'm pretty sure I didn't buy the dies, but I might be wrong. It's quite possible. There we go, and then let's just do the bottom of the envelope on the flap, like so. So just keeping this one, oops, fairly straightforward, and I'll be a little bit more adventurous tomorrow. There we go. So that's our envelope, and I'm just going to grab some bling and pop that onto our layer. Just wipe those on my chamois. So say I haven't used, there's 2 other sets I haven't used, actually 3, or if not 4. So I haven't used this one, or this one, this one, this one, and this. So plenty more to play with tomorrow. So there we go. I'm just going to layer that on Seaside Spray. Just pop this up on the clear a bit so I don't get any extra ink on it. Oh, thanks, Christine. Do share anything else you've made with this. As I say, I've had this for a little while, and this is the first time I've actually inked it up. So you could add a little bit of background texture to that if you wanted to. You could also put it through the embossing machine with some dry embossing. I'm just going to add a little bit of bling to that. Let's see what blues I have that goes with it. So these are the holiday rhinestones. So these are still currently available. And these are the older peacock ones, which are actually retired. I need to find my pokey tool somewhere, but I do quite like this blue. Actually, they're very, very similar. And I've also got the green here, so let's just put one. Oh, thanks, Deborah. 2 and 3. There we go. So nice and straightforward, single layer stamping, a little bit of masking, but nothing too complicated. I have to ease myself back in. I've actually had 4 complete days off, which is very unusual for me, with no crafting at all. So it's quite odd, yes. So get back into it slowly. So there we have it. All Things Fabulous is the stamp set. Okay, in the annual catalogue, £20, available now. If you've created anything with it, please do share it in this page or in my VIP group if you're a customer. And I shall be back tomorrow, that's Wednesday at 10 AM. So I have a completely different colour palette for you tomorrow, and do something with some of these additional stamps here. Oh, thanks, Carol. And that's it. I have got details of the new catalogue coming out to all of my customers who've ordered with me over the last year. So you will get a copy of that if you haven't already from the class in a box. And also details of my paper shares will be in there, and that will also be sent out and put online as well. So if you're interested in some of the papers from the new catalogue, then give me a shout. Other than that, all I'm going to say is thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you don't have too much snow where you are, and I look forward to... Oh, bless you, Deborah. I look forward to crafting with you again tomorrow. So same stamp set, different colourways, and different stamps within that. Thanks so much for joining me today. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves and keep crafting. Bye-bye.